So while you were in this process, this 5-year discernment process, did you have some friends who were like, "What are you doing? This isn't you. What's going on here?"
So there are different, I guess, groups. So the people that I grew up with in high school and in college, yes. What is Preston doing? He's thinking about priesthood. But then the people that I met here in Houston were excited because, again, I had surrounded myself with good Catholic friends that had God on the forefront of their minds and hearts, and priesthood, religious life, marriage, whatever it might be. Like this was like they ate and drank Catholicism. So it wasn't a shock. I mean, they challenged me. Like, hey, what are you afraid of?
Yeah.
Just do it. I mean, just at least apply, or go on these discernment retreats and see what it's like.
Yeah, if you don't become a priest, it'll make you a better father.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know that at the time. Like I thought, well, okay, am I signing up to be a priest now? So just like wrestling with all these questions and like, what's, if I drive onto campus, they're going to lock me in there and not let me out. They're going to force me to sign on the dotted line and, just kind of.
That is scary if you think that's the way it works.
Because I was trying to figure all this out on my own for the first time. Nobody had walked with me prior to that because, just how I grew up. And so the more that I talked with people, more I talked with priests, and even I started to meet seminarians at the time, like, no, this is, so through that that struggle and the doubts, then yes, they started to answer a lot of my questions. So
at what point did you finally say, okay, I'm going to go into the seminary. I'm not going to pursue, being a football coach?
Yeah, there were actually, in 2006, I decided to apply to seminary for the first time. Father Clint Ressler was the vocation director at the time, and I got to know him. I'd been on a few discernment retreats at the seminary, both here at St. Mary's and at Holy Trinity Seminary in Irving. And I was already teaching physical education at Rusk Elementary School. So I started that in August of 2005. And so I was, like I said, I was out in the desert for so many years, and I was just thirsting. I was dry inside. This interior life was dead. And I came upon the lives of the saints, the teachings of John Paul II, and the theology of the body, and I just soaked it up like Jeremiah 15:16. I devoured your words. And so it started to seep into my heart and mind. And also, again, the surrounding myself with these Catholic friends. And so this priesthood language was common. And I thought, okay, I'm going to apply. So I met with Father Clint. We started the process, and I was denied.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And,
do you know why?
I do. Because of the divorce of my parents. And
oh, wow.
And I was it was hard. I went through the whole process, the psychological evaluation, the interviews, but I was very grateful, looking back on, I was so grateful that, the process has improved and over the years. And, that was part of it,
So it's different now.
Yeah, it's much different now.
Okay.
I mean, so when I went through it then, and I was grateful because even though we pray for priests, we need more priests. Like, we were broken. And so my brokenness, as a young boy, and the dealing with the divorce and how it scarred and my future relationships with people, my understanding of life, marriage, family. So I started to see a psychologist, to help me piece together, those wounds from when I was a kid and growing up. And
so you were still carrying baggage.
I was still carrying a lot of baggage.
And you didn't know about it?
I didn't know about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it came out during this whole process?
Yes.
Through the psychological evaluations?
Yes.